Yup, how are we all doing? Good to see you back again. How are we going? While my beloved Liverpool keep dropping points, Arsenal are at the summit. Smug at the summit. Arsenal are smug at the summit. Liverpool keep dropping points. And this is a big chance for Arsenal to cement the title charge. Let's just say, as a Liverpool fan today, I'll be clutching my remote a little bit closer for this one because I'm fancying Palace, praying that Palace get something out of it. We need a Palace result today. Palace get a draw. I'll take a draw now. Come on, Palace draw today. And a City win later on. Because I'll tell you something, I need City to win against Villa. Because if Liverpool don't win the league, these fuckers can't. These absolutely can't. But yeah, Arsenal v Palace, it is 6 minutes away from kickoff. The lineups are as follows. Let's go through the lineups 1 second. David Raya in goal for Arsenal. Timber, Saliba, Mosquera. Is it Mosquera starting? Someone said Mosquera starting at centre back. Is he really? No, it's Saliba and Gabriel. I knew it wasn't. It's Timber, Saliba, Gabriel starting at the back with Calafiori at left back. Zubimendi, Rice, Eze midfield, and then it's Saka, Trossard, and Gyökeres front three. So that's your front. That's your Arsenal side. For Palace, it's Henderson in goal. It's the usual back five: Mitchell on the left, Munoz on the right, Gay, Lacroix, and Richards as that back three. Shielding them in front is Wharton and Kamada, and then that front three of Pino, Sarr, Mateta. Come on, Palace! Come on, Palace! That's all I can say for this one. Come on, Palace! They've won one of their last 12 visits to the Emirates. Fucking hell. Well, hey, they've drawn 5. They've drawn 5 and won one of their last 12. So I see it as a 50-50 chance today. It's a 50-50 chance. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. This is what we wanted. It's coming. There's a point coming today. They're dropping points, these buggers. Telling you. Joseph Vickers, how's it going, mate? Everton v Spurs prediction. I've gone for Everton to get beat today. 2-1 to Spurs I've gone for. And Gin Jam after a Palace draw. 2-key. Love seeing Arne Slot making excuses again, though. I can't lie. Key, whose season was better? Arsenal's Invincibles or Chelsea 04-05? Or Chelsea 04-05? Chelsea 04-05 with a better team. Arsenal with a better watch. Arsenal's Invincibles were certainly more entertaining. They're a far cry from this lot now. Christ, this is literally Stoke City FC. But yeah, no, Arsenal's Invincibles were a much better and more entertaining side than Chelsea. But Chelsea 04-06, for those 2 years under Mourinho, they were just unplayable. They were unstoppable. Unless they were playing Liverpool in a cup competition, then we stopped them a few times. We did alright against them a few times. Ollie, what's your perfect Super Sunday in your opinion? This one, mate. This one's my perfect Super. Every Super Sunday is good. Shay472, if Palace win this, we're 3 points off the top and in the title race. Come on. Fuck off, Shay. United aren't in the title race. Don't talk wet. Listen, like I said, if you guys get 7th, you've had a good season. 7th is a good season for United. You're not finishing in the top 6. You're certainly not. I'd be amazed if you finished top 10, be honest. But you're certainly not top 6. You're not getting Europe. So title race, Christ. Enjoy the thinking that it's going to be a title race. I have no idea where that's coming from. Key says, everybody only remembers Chelsea 04-05 season for only conceding 15 goals. We only lost once. Listen, Chelsea that season were really good going forward as well. Yeah, they were a really, really good side. Really enjoyable side. Don't forget, we'll have our halftime quiz today as well. As always, halftime quiz in this one, halftime quiz in the Everton Spurs game as well. We'll keep up the run of half-time quizzes. Caleb says, looks like Arsenal are winning the league. I still think City. Telling you, don't write City off. Don't write City off, don't write Liverpool off. Don't write us off yet. City, I think, have got a really good chance. Arsenal are in a good moment. Let's just say that. They're in a good moment now, and people are very short-sighted. They can't really see past the wood for the trees. They just tend to look and see, oh, that team's playing well at the minute. That must be... No. Arsenal are having a good minute. That's all they're having. Key, can you remember what game Chelsea lost that season, mate? Ooh, 20 years ago. What game did Chelsea lose that season? I think you drew at home to Everton, didn't you, that season? I'm trying to think about like games where you struggled. No, I can't. Go on, what game did you lose? I can't remember. Tell me. Caleb, if you lose your next 2 league games, you're not winning it. Can we agree on that? Well, no, because there's been plenty of... I mean, look, you can't keep losing games, of course. You can't. There's not been many title winners who've done that. But it would take a monumental run for Liverpool to win the title if we were to lose our next 2. But it's entirely plausible, let's say that. But I didn't think Liverpool would win the league this year anyway, from what I'm saying. I said that before the start of the season. Nick46, Key, are Bournemouth going to win? I bet to win. Predictions for El Clasico over 2.5. Well, I've gone for Bournemouth. I've gone for Forest or draw in the Bournemouth game. Right, it's off. We're off and underway here. Long ball forward from Arsenal. What a surprise. Straight in with the long balls. It's just, honestly, I don't like watching Arsenal, and it's not even necessarily anything to do with the fact that they're a rival in the title race or anything like that. It's nothing to do with that. They're just so painful to watch. I don't get how, the fans pay to watch this every week. More power to them, because it's really poor to watch. Really, really poor to watch. Lou, lad, lost a 3-er on yous last night. Mate, lost a fair bit more than just... I lost my mind on us last night. Have you rebacked today with Everton? I've gone for City. Spurs, Wolves or draw, and I've gone Forest or draw as well. What's Van Disney doing, lad? Van Dijk didn't have anything to do with the goals, did he? The penalty shouldn't have been a penalty. I don't know where anyone's... There's no way that's a penalty. We had loads. We had Everton fans. We had City fans. We had Arsenal fans. There was nobody in that chat last night who thought... Unless they were clear wind-ups. There's nobody who thought that was a penalty last night. It was never a pen. 100% a penalty. Fuck off, Tommy. Left the gap open for the goal. Elbow was a pen either way. Yeah, alright. Alright. Of course it was. Nick46, how do you support it? How do I support what? Grizzly Mob, when are we going to start demanding more from Isak? Well, not after a defeat in which he hasn't played, mate. Yeah, I don't think we can demand more from Isak when he hasn't played the game. I think that's very, very harsh. Wouldn't you agree? Callum, Forest, Bournemouth 2-2. See, I've gone low scoring, mate. I think it's probably going to be under... A really good bet today, I think, would have been Forest, Bournemouth under 3.5. Forest or draw under 3.5. You'd get nearly 3-1 for that. Because both teams, Bournemouth nearly conceded 4 against Palace, and Forest under Dyche. I mean, look, Lou's a big Everton fan. He'll know about Sean Dyche away from home. doesn't prioritises clean sheets over anything. So I think he'll come into that Forest side and he'll be like, listen, today, Bournemouth away, we keep a clean sheet. We keep a clean sheet. Jordan says, just so everyone knows, the Arsenal striker will score. We love doing charity. Well, listen, as long as your striker scores a couple, you've been coming in having a pop at Mateta, Jordan, as a Palace fan. We need you to back us up and say Mateta's going to get 2 or 3 here. Sam Hakey, please, let's get Wolves winning. Oh, yeah, listen, I think Wolves need to win this one. Would you agree, Sam, as a Wolves fan, if Wolves don't win this today, does Vitor Pereira get sacked? Something tells me he might do. You can't lose against Burnley at home. Or even draw against Burnley at home while bottom of the league. I think he has to go at that point, doesn't he? Tommy Chicago, Everton v Spurs prediction. I have gone for Spurs to win 2-1 in that one. Reece, Brentford penalty was a pen and Liverpool pen wasn't a pen. Gakpo dived. Well, even still, if they weren't a pen, that's I disagree with you. But let's say if that's fine. If the Brentford one's not a penalty, then it's the 60th minute. It's 2-1 and Liverpool are in the ascendancy. So that game's not finished. That game could finish a draw. It could finish a Liverpool win. We don't know. Liverpool would have half an hour to have a really good go at Brentford. Instead, the referee gives them a goal at the absolute worst time. Sam says Pereira has to go. He's tipping over the edge if Wolves don't win today. Okay. There you go. From a Wolves fan. You heard it from the Wolves fan themselves there. Lou says Gakpo defo dived and elbow was a pen either way, so both fair, lad, it's equal. Lad, Lou, come on, mate. That's never a pen. You can't be giving penalties for the elbow. Good ball in. Get it away. Oh, unlucky. Lou, don't know how you can say that elbow's not a pen, lad. They both go up for the ball. They both go up for the ball. You can't be giving pens for that. You'd be giving 4 or 5 penalties a game for that. It's never a pen. They're all arms and elbows at Brentford anyway. They were doing that to our lads up the other end of the pitch. It's a foul anywhere else on the pitch. Fuck off, Lou. Behave. Have a day off. You don't want. You're winding me up. There's no way that's a penalty. Sao Paulo FC Brazil. Congratulations from Brazil, says Nelson DeMarco. Good to see you, man. Bit of you, la. Come on, Spurs. Come on, Spurs. That's all I can say. Come on, Spurs. At least salvage my weekend a little bit. A Palace draw here, or at the very least a Spurs win against Everton. I can't be having Everton taking the... Like, United fans is bad enough, but we can't be having Everton fans taking the piss as well. I can't. I've got too many Blues in my family to be having the piss took out of me by Evertonians as well. Key says, unbiased prediction, who do you actually think is winning the title? Probably Arsenal. Yeah, probably Arsenal. But I think it's purely because of City and Liverpool's, I guess, inadequacy. I don't think this is a great Arsenal side. It really isn't a great Arsenal side. I think that, I mean, inevitably that's what every league champion is, isn't it? They're the best. They're the best of the bunch. I don't think they get anywhere close to winning anything in Europe. At least nothing in a, they won't meaningfully challenge for the Champions League, which is the one that they all want. But they might yet win. They might win the first title this year. Yeah, they'll be very, very, very boring along with it, and they'll cheer and good luck to him. But no, I don't think that they're a particularly good title winner. Ginge, all of my other arse family are City fans. It's been tough going being a United fan. And Key says, I genuinely think if Liverpool and City stick to Arsenal up to the run-in, Arsenal will buckle. Well, they've been known to falter under pressure, haven't they? They've certainly been known to falter under pressure, and, you know, it wouldn't be surprising. Arteta's very, very risk averse. It's games like this one. This is one of the big tests for Arsenal, honestly, because it's games like this where hey, I tell you what, he was lucky there, Wharton. It's games like this, you know, where they have been known to struggle. Oh, Mateta! Oh, I tell you what, he was all over him then, ref. That's a corner. Well done, Palace. Good play. Good play from Palace. That's better. I tell you what, Mateta's had him. Mateta has absolutely had him there. Reese, when do we have a conversation about Liverpool bottling the league? When do Liverpool... Well, do you think Liverpool have bottled the league? We've spent less than Arsenal this year. We've spent less than Arsenal over the last 5 years. Arne Slot has basically spent money for the first time. You know, didn't spend any money last year, won the league at a canter. So, yeah, no, I don't think it's a bottle job. How you can say it's a bottle job from Liverpool not to win the league when Arsenal have spent more than us this summer and repeatedly. Arsenal are the bottle jobs. If they don't win it this year, if City or Liverpool win it this year, then honestly, Arteta, I have no idea what. I have no idea how he keeps his job. Because you can seemingly just spend a fortune and it doesn't matter. Spend a fortune, win nothing for 6 years. Spend more than anyone else, win nothing. Sam says Wolves have just come very close. Burnley's keeper made a big save. And 3-Star Red says screaming, never mind the Arsenal game at the Sky pundits earlier until I realised I'd not changed the clock. SLS says, did Trent leaving impact Liverpool? Yeah, I mean, look, if you take a world-class player out of a side, of course it's going to impact them. Yeah, of course. Definitely it's impacted Liverpool. Ginge says, to be fair, all Arne had to do last season was keep the camp happy. Arne Slot will get sacked, in my opinion. All Arne Slot had to do was keep the camp happy. Hang on a minute. Liverpool finished third under Jurgen Klopp. You think that all Arne Slot had to do... You think he came into a side that was the best in the league? We finished third under Jurgen Klopp. Arne Slot signed nobody and won the league and won it, like, absolutely pissed it as well in his first year. There's no way Arne Slot gets sacked this year. The only way Arne Slot gets sacked is if it looks seriously like Liverpool are not going to qualify for Champions League at the very least. Like, if it looks like we're in like 6th come March, then there might be a serious conversation then. But it's just so far from what's going to happen. Liverpool are not going to be in that position. Ginge says, taking over from Klopp is a tough gig. It'll be too much for Arne, I think. Well, everyone said that last year, didn't they? Everyone said that last year. He wins the league, absolutely pisses it. And this is the first time he's actually changed the squad. So, and I don't think anyone really believes that he's signed any bad players, has he? We've got some really talented players in the squad. He's just not quite linked them all together yet. So there's some boss players in there. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time to settle in. I did say at the end of last season, I don't think we win it this year because of all the changes that I knew we would make. So, yeah, I'm not overly surprised by this. But, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time to link it all back up. Ginge, you've signed quality, but I don't understand why he's changing a winning system tactic. Well, in part, he's had to change. He's had to change a little bit because there's been a lot of things forced upon us. If you think about Trent going, he had no control in that. Luis Diaz going, no real control in that. Jota, you know, Darwin Núñez was another one that we had to move on, really. So I think he sensed an opportunity to rejig the squad in a big way because of things that were forced upon us. So yeah, if you lose 3, 4, maybe even 5 first team players, it's very, very rare that you're able to just go again and just keep everything the same. Here's Gyökeres. Runs it out. Philip Carr says we need to defend better. Again, people keep talking about physicality and Liverpool needing to defend better. Burnley have just scored against Wolves. Oh no, Sam. Sam was just telling us that Wolves have just had a big chance against Burnley. Well, Burnley have gone in front. That's a huge goal at Molineux. Oh no. Big Dunk says 250 million key on 2 attackers who've been shocking. Where are you getting 250 million from? Have you got dyscalculia, you? 250 million? No, 250 million's been spent. I've spent 250 on attackers. I don't know where you're getting that from. Three-Star Red says Liverpool don't win the Premier League this season but get Champions League glory. It'll be a successful season. Listen, winning anything is always a successful season. So I would be delighted if Liverpool were manages to get an FA Cup or even a League Cup, to be honest. An FA Cup, a League Cup, a Champions League would be amazing, of course. But it's gonna be one of them transitional years. It's always the way when you sign so many players. Big Dunk, so you never spent 250 on 2 attackers. No, we didn't spend 250 on 2 attackers. No, I don't know where you're getting 250 on 2 attackers from. And like I said, Arsenal spent more than us this year. So, you're talking about bottled it. You're talking out your arse, mate, with the greatest of respect. Hey, up, Pup, how's it going? How do you fancy you get on against Kilmarnock this afternoon? Rangers away. Hey, Celtic. What about Celtic, as well? Big Dunk, how much was they? No, go and have a look. You've got Google. You're not going to take my word for it, are you? Go and Google how much they were. You go and check them out. Pop back when you've had a look. I'll accept your apology then. Ginge, you don't spend 250 million in one go. It's spread over multiple years. But yeah, that's modern football, isn't it? Yeah, modern football is always spent. It's always spread across the length of the contract. Pope, Hearts 3, Celtic 1. 9 points ahead for Hearts. Crazy stuff. It's unreal, isn't it? That's a foul, ref. That's a foul. Tell you what, Arsenal aren't having it all their own way in these opening minutes, Opening 15 minutes. Palace have done okay so far. Ben, our next 4 fixtures: Palace, Villa, Real and City. Your thoughts as to how we'll do? I think we'll get... the good thing about all of those really is that they're all sort of at home, aren't they? I think there's only the City game that's away from home, and the rest of them are at home. I think we get 2 wins and a draw. 2 wins, 2 draws. 2 wins, 2 draws. I'd take points against Real and City, and I think we beat Palace and Villa. Reese says Liverpool spent 449 million in one window. Arsenal spent 257. Check again, Cocker. Check again. Go and have a look. Arsenal spent more than Liverpool this summer. Quite obvious. They spent more than Liverpool, and they spent more than Liverpool and everyone else over the last 5 years. And they've still not won a tap. They've still not won a bean. Callum says, of course there's a goal in the worst game. And Pop says Rangers will do the standard Rangers Celtic drop points, so we will completely forget how to play soccer ball. Yeah, so I was going to say I'd take a point against City now the way that we're playing. I think we would have to go there and win though. If we're going to get back in the title race, if we're going to compete against these, we've got to go and win at City. Like, and this is how fragile these things are, by the way. If Liverpool were to get 4 wins in the next 4, by the way, Liverpool were to beat Real Madrid, beat Man City, beat Villa, beat Palace in the Cup, beat Forest after that as well, by the way. That's our 5th game. So if we were to beat those teams, I absolutely guarantee you the next 5, right? Liverpool were to win those, you wouldn't even be... This time, this whole like last month or so, it would just fizzle away. No one would even be talking about it. Everyone would be like, oh my God, it's brilliant. Liverpool back to the best. Liverpool back in the title race. It's honestly, it's so pathetic. People can't see beyond what's going on in front of their eyes. Ginge, are we running off net spend, Key? If so, Arsenal spent more by about 18 million. Oh, well, there you go. Thank you. Well, at least we've confirmed they spent more. That's good. That's a result. Yeah, Arsenal spent more than everyone else. And more than Liverpool. 3-star Reds kicking off at Bournemouth. Ben, who did Arsenal get this summer? Eze, Zubamendi, Mosquera. Who am I missing? Gyökeres as well, yeah. And Hincapié as well. Piero Hincapié, who's yet to kick a ball really for him. They spent 55, 60 million on him and he's not even played. So, there you go. Oh, Matty Cash has scored for Aston Villa. It's Luke says net spend, not gross. Like, yeah, net spend, yeah. Net spend. Arsenal spent more than Liverpool. Villa 1-0 up against City, though. That's a very, very big goal from Matty Cash. Will Forever says not a penalty at all for Brentford. Free kick. It wasn't even a free kick, Will. Shouldn't have even been a free kick. You don't get that anywhere else on the pitch. That's not a free kick on the halfway line. And yet they consistently look for these things to influence games. It's crazy. It's Luke says, to be fair, Liverpool spent next to nothing last summer. They were due some signings. Well, exactly. Yeah, this is it. We spent nothing last summer. Pissed the league. We finally spend a bit this summer, albeit still less than Arsenal. We are not absolutely not the favourites for this title. And if Arsenal don't win it, they are the bottlers. Matty Cash goal, absolute screamer. Yeah, some finish that by Cash, isn't it? Really good goal. Very. He's picked up a couple in the last few weeks, hasn't he, Matty Cash? Didn't he score against Sunderland? Sure, he scored the winner against Sunderland up at the Stadium I Like not that long ago. And he's kind of berated at every opportunity by Villa fans, Matty Cash. They don't like him. He gets so much stick. Weaker foot as well. Shouldn't have a weaker foot if you're a professional footballer. Got to be like me, 2-footed. Oh, Palace, come on! Get at him, lad! You've got Mateta in the middle! Find him! No, don't shoot, you fucking pleb! Why are you shooting from there? Ah! All you've got to do is just slide it inside. Zubamendi there, giving the ball away. Hey, what happened to him being so good on the ball? Ah, poor from Zubamendi. Give the ball away, and Palace running at goal. It's too easy. That Arsenal have not had it their own way yet. Reece, we've supposedly been bottling the league the past 3 years despite challenging one of the best teams in Man City. Well, you've been bottling it in the sense that you've spent more than everyone else, yeah. You at some point, the fact that you have greater resources than everyone else and still are not delivering any major honours has to be a problem for Arsenal. That has to be thought of, surely. Reece, Zubamendi levels above McAllister. Oh, he is this season. Christ, yeah, mate. I think me and you are levels above McAllister this season. Good Lord. But yeah, Burnley 1-0 up at Wolves. Villa 1-0 up against City. It's crazy. Don't forget, we've got Everton against Spurs after this one, so I'm going to be live straight after this game for Everton against Spurs. So make sure you've liked, make sure you've followed, make sure you've subbed, all that good stuff. Ginge, if Arteta doesn't win anything this year, surely it's the job centre time. Well, the thing is, I don't know if... I think any top... Oh, they're in again here, Palace. Big chance. Gotta finish it. Oh, you donut. This is like the third time Palace have been through now. Honestly, they can't keep missing these chances. They cannot keep missing their chances here. It's Luke says not doing Barca v Real, Key. Well, Barca v Real kicks off when this game's still on, Luke. I'm watching Arsenal Palace right now, and this game kicks off... Well, what time are we on? 24 minutes, so in another 20 minutes... Yeah, Real Madrid and Barcelona kick off at 3:15. So you can't watch the rest of this. I'd have to turn it off mid-game. Jin says Palace will rue these misses. User 688, any score in the City game? Yes, Aston Villa are 1-0 up. Matty Cash has put them in front. Reese Key would rather do a hate watch and watch the El Fantiso. El Fantiso? Never heard it called that. I'm not doing a hate watch. This isn't a hate watch. I'm just, the channel's called Premier League Dad. At some point I have to... I have to acknowledge that. Callum says City looking vulnerable here. Villa are so up and down, aren't they? Christ, we watched them in midweek against Go Ahead Eagles in Europe, and they were absolutely awful. They were all over the place. Arsenal looking vulnerable here, though. Speaking of vulnerability, Palace flying forward. And Arsenal giving the ball away so easily. Will Forever says, who scored for Burnley? I don't know, actually. Oh, it was Fleming. Zach Fleming. Yeah, Zach Fleming with the goal. Come on, Palace. Good ball. Out to Mitchell. Terrible ball. Get what you can. It's coming. I'm telling you, they're feeling the pressure here, Arsenal. They're feeling the pressure. Bournemouth 1-0 up against Forest. Oh, 3-star Reds is not going to be happy with that one. Bournemouth 1 up. Who scored it? Swifty says, get in, Bournemouth. It's Tavernier. Marcus Tavernier with the goal. 1-0. Ginge, I'm always Arsenal to buckle when the pressure is on. Oh, that's got to be a corner. It's got to be a corner. Why is the referee not giving that? Lucky boys. Will says might turn on Leverkusen Freiburg. What time's that on? Is that just kicked off? Leverkusen should get a result there. George, your thoughts on Sunderland? Yeah, started the season quite well, haven't they? I think they've got a couple of wins that maybe they didn't deserve, but they've also maybe lost a couple that they didn't deserve as well. So, yeah, they've started a lot better than many gave them credit for. I said at the start of the season I predicted Sunderland would stay up, and I think they'd take 17th now, wouldn't they? They'd quite happily take 17th now, Sunderland fans. So forget the start to the season. They're not going any higher than, like I said, if they finish 17th, it's been a really good season for Sunderland. Here we go, long ball forward from David Raya. Look at this, look at the state of this. 28 minutes in, they've got a free kick on the halfway line, the goalkeeper's taking it. That's Arsenal for you. That is Arsenal in an absolute nutshell. Hey, and they've given it away as well. They've given it away. Be Yourself Dylan says the Bournemouth goal's gone to VAR. Ooh. Callum says, Key, why do you always choose the goalless game? I can't predict it. I mean, I should have really predicted this one, shouldn't I? I think if someone had said to me, Key, there's going to be a goal, there's going to be a game that's goalless, which of the games at 2 o'clock do you think it's going to be? I'd have said this one 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. It was always going to be a goalless game, this one, wasn't it? At half time, at least. But hey, we've not been spurred goals recently, have we? We got, what, 5, 9, 11 yesterday. We got 11 goals yesterday in them 2 games. Mike, a.k.a. Slim, what we saying about Liverpool? What are you saying about Liverpool, Mike? Here we go, ball whipped in from the right-hand side. Keep him out, Palace. Keep him out, Palace. Keep him out. Here we go. Get him out, get him out, get him out, get him out. Good lad. Cleared away. Sancho's come on for Villa and Nick 46. It's 1-0 to Bournemouth. Vamos, has it actually been given? Does the goal stand? Burnley 2-0 against Wolves. Oh, hey, he's gone. He's gone. There you go. That's the second managerial sacking of the season. That is the second managerial sacking. Well, is it second? It's not the second. It's already... How many managerial sackings have we had? We've had more than 2, haven't we? Have we? Who's been sacked this season? Help me out. It is only Ange, is it? Isn't he Ange? Oh, well, Nuno. Nuno, sorry. No, that's... Yes, there's more than that. But it's all Forest managers, isn't it? But Burnley are 2-0 up. Vitor Pereira, I'm telling you, he's done. That's it. You can't... He literally signed a new contract last month. But there's no way that Wolves get... They can't keep him now. They cannot keep him now. It's Luke says Potter. Oh, Potter at West Ham, of course, yeah. So that's 3. So this would be the 4th sacking of the season, wouldn't it? Four managers sacked by the end of October. Oh, Palace! Go on, Mateta! Oh, unlucky bastards. They're so unlucky. Who is it who scored? Is it Fleming again? Yeah, so who would be the next Wolves manager? Who would we say? It's gone to VAR for Burnley. Hey, this is a big moment for Wolves, isn't it? It's a very, very big moment. Wolves, by the way, yet to win this season. They've not even won a game this season. Nearly in November, haven't won a game. So yeah, who would be the obvious replacement for Wolves if Vitor Pereira was sacked? And it does look like that's happening if it does go to 2-0. Haven't won a game this season going into November. I think the obvious one would probably be Kevin Muscat, wouldn't it? Kevin Muscat, Wolves legend, nearly 200 appearances for Wolves. Kevin Muscat. Very nearly got the Rangers job. Shows he's in the market, you know. Shows he was thought of and he was interviewed and obviously wanted it. So yeah, Kevin Muscat to Wolves. I wonder. I mean, they do like the Portuguese, Spanish managers, don't they? They like the continental feel at Wolves, don't they? So I wonder whether we might get one out of left field that maybe we've not thought of. Maybe someone like... I tell you who could be a really good appointment for him. If they could get him, Carlos Corberán. Carlos Corberán would be a brilliant appointment out of Valencia. He'd be brilliant. Arsenal, here's Trossard. Keep him out. Good save, keeper. Cesc Fabregas. Nah, definitely not Cesc. Can't be Cesc. Cesc doing too well at Como. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Burnley goal stands, so it's 2-0 to Burnley. Not a good night. And it might be good night. It might be good night for Vitor Pereira there. James Gray says Rodgers, and Callum says Arne Slot to Wolves. Here we go. Yeah, good one. Come on, Palace! Oh, unlucky. I thought he was nearly in there. Oh, so unlucky. Be yourself, Dylan. What about Steven Gerrard? Hey, listen, Gerrard again. He could be up for it as well, yeah? Don't know if they'd fancy him there at Wolves, though. Nah, see, good manager, but I don't know if they would take to him. Obviously, he's an ex-Villa manager, of course. I think Wolves would want one of their own. They'd want one of their own, and the ones that stand out to me are, I mean, Corberan. Listen, Corberan's ex-West Brom, isn't he? So there's a bit of a link there to the Midlands, the West Midlands, the Black Country. So yeah, maybe Corberan. Keep an eye out for that one. Ginge says get Will Still in at Wolves, I say. Hey, he's coming up with Southampton. 3-star Red says the entire contingent from Stockley Park needs sacking. Oh, hey, no one was saying that last night when my lads were getting done. Nobody was saying that then, were they? Oh, no, you were all like, ha, 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 let's laugh at Liverpool. Hey, now, today, Christ, we're getting some dodgy results, dodgy decisions. Everyone's up in arms again. Oh, VAR's shocking. It's Luke says, go back for Gary O'Neill. Ah, yeah, why not? What about Mancini? Could Mancini go back in? He's been linked with a fair few recently, hasn't he? And that feels maybe a bit more in line with Wolves' sort of continental approach. Bobby Mank, Roberto Mank, although he's ex-Leicester. I mean, that's East Midlands, obviously. East Midlands and West Midlands. Roberto Mancini was there for a spell, wasn't he? What a brew says, Dom is our future captain. Last night just shows again and again he's the only one that gives 100% every time he's on the field. Do you think do you think an effort is the problem? Do you think that's what it is? That there's a lack of effort from Liverpool players? I don't think that's the case, honestly. I'm surprised by that. Plenty of people are telling me that we've had people telling me Liverpool aren't physical enough. You're suggesting now Liverpool are not trying enough, are not working hard enough. I don't think that's the case at all. I really don't. I don't think there's any evidence for that. If you look at the number of, if you look at all the stats, distance covered, number of sprints, Liverpool are in there. Liverpool are up there saying with it. I mean, Arsenal aren't right at the top, by the way. Arsenal have got one of the lowest numbers of sprints of any team in the Premier League. They cover a lot of distance. Arsenal cover more distance than Liverpool, only just. But they don't cover the most distance in the Premier League. Arsenal are kind of maybe top 6 for distance covered in the Prem. And they're maybe bottom 4 for sprints. Whereas Liverpool are maybe top 10 for sprints and top 8 for distance covered. So there's no real stats that show that Liverpool are not working hard enough, not covering, not physical enough. We're winning duels and stuff like that. I don't think that's a real problem for Liverpool. I genuinely believe it's psychological. What a Brew says Brentford were first to every second ball. They wanted it more. Simple as that. And to me, it was clear. Well, do you know what? I wouldn't disagree with that in terms of the second balls. I think you could maybe argue that, but Brentford were playing on second balls, weren't they? They were playing very, very long. And if you've got a system that is, you're going direct, your whole as soon as the ball goes long, it's going to one person, and everyone else is looking for that second ball, and it feels like Brentford probably were better at anticipating that last night because that was their whole setup, and they got their first goal from that, didn't they? But that first goal is literally, you can't defend against that. That is world class. That is absolutely indefendable. Ian Young, what's happening with our team, Key? We've just been talking about it, Ian. Honestly, I think it's psychological, mate. I do. I think that's the clear outlier. I look at all the stats, all the evidence. I've had people telling me that we're not physically there. We're not physically doing what we were last season. There's no evidence for that at all. Chance, oh, what a goal! Oh, it's Eze as well. What a finish that is. That's a sensational goal. And again, set piece FC strikes again. Arsenal 1-0. Boring Arsenal. We've just had a fan in the chat here, Truman. As an Arsenal supporter, I admit, I am bored. Yeah, join the club, Truman. Join the club. Yet again, offside. No, he's on. But it's just a set piece. It's set pieces again. This is how Arsenal are going to win the league. It's boring football. Their own fans know it. The Arsenal Football Club are literally putting messages. They're putting messages inside the stadium saying, "Come on, we need to generate a better atmosphere." I know the football's shit, but can you just get back in and get to your seats, please? This is the stuff that's happening now at Arsenal. It's not entertaining. It's not football, but the winning games are football. So congratulations, I guess. Truman, it's a nice goal though. It's a nice goal. Listen, the ball falls. It's a ball whipped in from the free kick. The ball falls to Eze, and it's a great finish. I didn't say it wasn't a great finish. It is a good finish. It's a very, very tidy finish from Eze, and he puts Arsenal 1-0 in front. Daria, hi. Are you watching Real v Barca? No, Daria, I'm not watching Real v Barca because this game is on, and Real v Barca kicks off during this game. Callum says, Key, put Sky Golf on, it's better than this. Nathan says, behave lad, Liverpool use the speakers to generate atmosphere. You seem to be under the impression, Nathan, that doesn't happen at every single football club. You're an odd sort if you don't think that happens everywhere. Ian says, if Arsenal don't win the league now, bottle jobs. And it's Luke says, did Eze celebrate? No, he didn't celebrate, no. Be yourself, Dylan. Wolves penalty. We've defo chosen the wrong game here, haven't we? Wolves against Burnley was defo the game. Daria says, okay, good to know, wanted, love your content. Oh, cheers, Daria, thank you. Good to have you on, as always. Callum says Sky Golf has all the games on at once. Mate, I can't watch more than one game at once. You're joking me. Got to enjoy the games as you go through it, one at a time. You can't be watching multiple games at once. What a Brew says, going up to Anfield on Wednesday, can't say I've ever been so worried. And Nathan says, Bournemouth 2. Di Canio-esque as his goal. Ryan says, Key, what do you think Arsenal's chances of beating the lowest goals conceded are? I don't know. I can tell you that Arsenal's chances of being the most boring champions are very high. Yeah, I can tell you that they're not really a football team. They're like a rugby team masquerading as a football team. Nathan says Bournemouth have scored a second, yeah, and Wolves have got one back against Burnley, haven't they? Strand Larsen with the penalty. Truman, is Gravenberch's injury serious? No, it isn't. No, it isn't serious. He should be back at the weekend. Same with Isak and same with Curtis Jones as well. Ginge, would you swap Van Dijk and Kanate for Gabriel and Saliba? No. No, I wouldn't. Because I think if you put Gabriel and Saliba in our side, they would be very, very exposed. Because Liverpool want to play football. Liverpool want to play football. Arsenal don't want to play football. So yeah, Liverpool frequently leave Van Dijk and Konate very, very high and just on their own. Whereas you look at Saliba and Gabriel and they've literally got 2 centre-backs as their full-backs very, very deep. And they've got 3 in front of them usually who sit very deep as well. So they've got like 9. They've got like 9 defensive players, Arsenal, at any one time. So yeah, Saliba and Gabriel wouldn't last a minute in a team that actually wants to play football. Reece says, Key, our fullbacks play high up. What are you talking about? Not when you don't have the ball. Not when you don't have the ball. Look at where they are when you don't have the ball. Then see where they are. Here we go. Long throw FC. Arsenal watched Brentford last night. Calafiori with a long throw into the box. Honestly, this is so... This is embarrassing. Arsenal should be ashamed to be winning football matches like this. The club that brought us Arsene Wenger, that brought us, Thierry Henry and Mark Overmars, Robert Pires, all these wonderful storied players. Dennis Bergkamp. Do you think Dennis Bergkamp would be in this side? Do you think Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry would join anyone before this Arsenal side? They'd join anyone else. It's absolutely shocking to watch. Paint dry FC. Oh, there he is. There's Arteta on the touchline. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Goals breakdown. Goals breakdown for Arsenal in the Premier League. From set pieces first. From penalties first. From open play, 17th. 17th. They are the 17th. They are one of the worst sides in the Premier League in open play. There you go. Sky Sports yourself. They've just told you. They've told you everything that I've been saying to you for the last however long. From open play, these are one of the worst sides in the Premier League. One of the worst. Not just average, not just mediocre. I mean, I've been being kind, clearly, because I've been saying the very average from open play. Actually, the 17th ranked in the league in terms of goals from open play. It's madness. It's absolute madness. Jin says Henry is still lurky. They've got Havertz. Yeah. Thierry Havertz. How could we forget? Nathan says, does it matter how you get your goals? Well, yeah, of course it matters how you get your goals. Of course it does. It matters if you care at all about playing football in the right way. If you care about football in the right way, see, I'm sneezing. I'm allergic to your bad opinions. I'm allergic to shit football. Clearly, of course it matters. Of course it does. It's half time here. You've got Arsenal fans saying that they're bored. Arsenal's fans are saying that they're bored watching this team. They are ranked 17th in the Premier League for open play goals. Their own club is putting signs inside the ground saying, please return to your seats as quickly as possible. We need to create an atmosphere. This should not be happening in a title charge. The top of the table. It is embarrassing to see. It's absolutely embarrassing. It's cringy. It's not what you want to see from prospective champions. But I mean, congratulations, I guess. Like I said, it'll be boring. Everyone, listen, and it's not even, you say it's like bitterness, it's saltiness. No, everyone cheered at Leicester. Everyone cheered Leicester on. Arsenal back in the day when Arsenal were playing Thierry Henry and Berg. I love that Arsenal side. They were fabulous. I even had a begrudging respect for Chelsea, who defended a lot better than this Arsenal side, but they still took risks. This Arsenal side take no risks. Zero. None. Ted Starr, win the league and get results, or play the right way of football and maybe get the results. Play the right way of football and maybe get the results. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. There is a right and a wrong way to play football. Yes. If it was purely about getting... This is why managers like Allardyce and Dyche and Pulis are laughed at in football, aren't they? They are... They're sort of diminish their achievements. Why? Because they play football in a way that gets results, but it kind of sucks the soul out of the life of you, doesn't it? It's kind of like, oh, really? And that's how I feel, and inevitably how Arsenal fans feel watching their team. And that's really sad. It's really, really sad. Right. Half-time. Here we go. Second half. There you go. Let's get it. Wolves have just equalised. 2-2. Marshall Munetzi with the goal. Wolves 2, Burnley 2. Hey, he might have a job yet, Vitor Pereira. He needs to win that one. Needs to win it. Fish is 69. Can someone please explain why Gabriel didn't get an assist from header back to Eze? Because he didn't really mean it, I'm guessing, is how Opta might have determined it. Ted Starr says, give your head a wobble. I'm a Stoke fan and Pulis gave us the best memories we've ever had. Yeah, playing a certain style of football. And that's also Stoke's not a club where success is kind of prevalent, is it? That's fair to say. Stoke are not a club where you win an awful lot of games, so how you win is less important. Whereas clubs like Arsenal, Manchester United, Liverpool, they expect football played in a certain way, and that's why it makes me sad. That's why it's sad. Callum says, why do you care so much? Well, I don't really care, but people ask the opinion, so I give it. Why do you care so much? It's Luke says, to be honest, I like a mix of style. It's stupid when clubs come up trying to ticky-tack at it. Yeah, that again, you're talking about promoted clubs. Like, I understand when it's teams right down the bottom end of the table, but if you're trying to win a league title, you shouldn't be playing like that. Ted Starr, I think styles of football have changed. It's a results business and it's all about money. Well, that's true. That's very true, sadly. Very, very true. Reese, Key, you've said boring about 117 times in the first half. Yeah, and about half of those times have been in response to Arsenal fans telling me that their own team is boring. Literally for the first 40 minutes in that game. Shocking. Dreadful. That guy Miles says Leicester won a league on the counter-attack. They did, yes. And Sam says, honestly, as a Gooner, I don't care how we win, just that we win. Well, yeah, and again, you've not won anything for 20 years, so I can imagine that will be a factor as well. So maybe I'm giving Arsenal too much credit. Maybe I'm giving Arsenal too much credit in that you're a big club, or maybe you're not a big club anymore. and maybe those expectations have diminished, and actually it just matters that you win. So fine, okay, fine. We'll put Arsenal in the bracket of Stoke City and other clubs who don't actually care how they win, just that they win. That's fine. Yeah, that's fair enough. That makes sense. Arsenal haven't won anything for that long now. It literally just matters that you win. Whereas at clubs like Liverpool, Man United, Barcelona, there has to be a style. There has to be a swagger. There has to be a form of entertainment with football. The fans just won't accept it any other way. And I wrongly put Arsenal in that box. So I apologise. Arsenal, by their own fans' admission there, they don't care how they win, just that they win. Fine, no problem. I accept I was wrong. I got it all wrong. I apologise. Nathan says, if Liverpool score from a long ball, last minute and win, is that boring? No, it's not boring, because as I've already demonstrated, Liverpool don't score very often from that style. That's why Liverpool mix it up. Arsenal, as we've just seen quite clearly, Arsenal don't mix it up. They play the same way every single time, and it's boring, and their own fans have admitted it's boring, and their own club is basically saying that it's boring. But as your own fans are saying, listen, it doesn't matter that it's boring, it's winning football, and it is, and good luck to you. It's winning football. Arsenal don't care. You heard it here first. They're not a big club, it doesn't matter as long as they win. That's fine, we love to hear it. Sam says, mate, calm down, you'd take not losing the last 4 if you could do what we do. Oh, I promise you I wouldn't, Sam. I absolutely promise you I wouldn't. There's no way at all that I would accept, or any Liverpool fan, by the way, there's no way that Liverpool fans would accept playing the way that Arsenal do, even if it meant winning games of football. I absolutely promise you. I absolutely promise you. It's not just about winning. You have to win and win in a certain way. You can't win playing that style of football. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It doesn't wash. It doesn't wash at Liverpool, Man United, Barcelona, Real Madrid. It doesn't happen. You have to play, and you have to play in a certain way. Jose Mourinho was doing well at Real Madrid. Got sacked. Why? Boring. Boring. MUFC says it's working for Arsenal. It's working for Arsenal because their fans are prepared to accept it. Ginge, United fan here, I can confirm I want to win and be entertained. And one is not good without the other, is it, by the way? You can't be entertained and then be dropping points, and you also can't win and not be entertained. Because we've had both of them at Liverpool. And I'm sure, well, United have had both of those too, haven't they? George says, Arsenal so boring, yet all the LFC fans watch us every game. I mean, I watch everyone every game, so that's no reflection on that's no reflection on Arsenal. Yeah, that's no reflection on Arsenal. Sahel Salam Tenor says, best fullbacks in the league, but not an Arsenal fan myself. Well, I would say Calafiori is probably not the best. Sorry, not the best left back in the league. But Timber, I would definitely agree with. Yeah, Timber's a fabulous right back. He can do it all, can't he? Yeah, good full back. Can play centre back as well. I like Timber. Ted Star says, so if you are entertained at a match but lose, are you happy at the end of it? No, that's what I've just said then, Ted. I don't know if you heard. I did say that just 2 minutes ago, mate, that you can't have one without the other. So you can't be entertained but lose. You also can't win and not be entertained. That's how it is at Liverpool and Manchester United and big clubs. Yeah, you just can't. It doesn't wash. You have to have both. I stupidly, I got it wrong. I thought that Arsenal would fall in that bracket too. Sadly, their own fans are confirming to me that that's not the case. So that's fine. I got it wrong. Fernie says, I would feel robbed if I'd paid to get in to watch that first half. 2 shots on goal. I know they're winning, but oh my... I know. Yeah, but this is it. They are ranked 17th. We need to talk about this. They're ranked 17th in the Premier League for goals from open play. 17th. Top of the league. Fine. Top of the league. Great. Success. Wonderful. Congratulations, Arsenal. 17th they are ranked for open play goals. That's below average. That's like shocking. How? Like, and then Arsenal fans are like, yeah, but we're top. Yeah, of course you're top. But like, well done. Good luck to you. But it's not entertaining football. Why are we pretending otherwise? Like, I would almost prefer it if Arsenal fans were like, yeah, boring Arsenal. We're boring and we love it. Great, fabulous. You own it, lads. Great, love it, fantastic. Sam says, okay, but what matters, trophies or style if you have to choose one? Well, if you're Arsenal, who've had neither for the last 6 years, you've had neither. Like, sure, pick one. Pick one. You've got to pick. If you've just told me we've got to pick one, pick one then. Pick one. You're winning nothing. You've not had the style either. Pick one. Liverpool at least have picked both, and we've had success. City. I mean, the style of play isn't always for everyone. It's better than this. Fucking hell. 17th. 17th for open play goals. It's absolutely shocking. Got Leeds fans in the chat here saying that they would feel robbed to have paid money to watch that. You got Arsenal fans saying that they're bored watching their own team. Just own it. Just own it. Just admit that you're absolutely boring to watch. And that's fine. Like, cool. Enjoy it. It's Luke says, I think their fans will be happy to get the league and then hope to transition to a better style. Well, again, something tells me they won't, because who's this coming on? Have we got a change here? Razine, predictions for El Clasico. I think Barca will maybe get at least a point in that one. I fancy Barca to get something. Sam Savini says, oh no, I admitted the other night on here, I'm bored watching it. Well, there you go. This is it. I'm glad. I am happy. I am really happy that you're at least admitting that. There's loads of Arsenal fans who are in this like battle, this like internal battle. They're wrestling with themselves to say, yeah, it's not boring. It's not. No, it is. Like, just admit it. It's fine. It's okay. Yes, you're top. Yes, you probably will win the league. But you're really boring. It is so boring to watch. It's difficult to watch. You'll probably win it. Like, great, but really, really difficult to watch. You've got your own fans turning off, and it's not one for the purists. Right, we're off for the second half here now. 124 says the biggest competition for the title is Bournemouth, who sold their back 4 in the summer. 4 out of their back 5, actually. Asler says only thing that matters is the place on the table. Couldn't give a fuck about style. Well, you're in a minority there, mate. Nobody else feels like that. I absolutely promise you. Unless you're a small club, only small clubs feel like that. Small clubs, it matters very little about the style of play. It really does matter about results. If you're a big club, style matters as well as points on the board. Yeah. Morgan Rogers, what happened to Kirkes? I think he got subbed off in the... I think it was about the 61st minute. He scored a really good goal and then got subbed off in the 61st, mate. 124 says, I'd rather lose every week and score for fun than park the bus and play boring football. And that's it. I'd agree with you. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd rather not lose... But I would rather see a team that's entertaining, that is going for the win, that is really willing to take risks. Arsenal aren't. They're just not, are they? That's not what Arsenal are about. They don't do it. 3-star Red says, Jesus off for Awoni, Yates on for Douglas Luiz. Bloody hell, that's a big change from Dyche. He's not happy with that, is he? Cleared away. Come on, Palace. Get back into this one. Still time. Cammy says Arsenal are winning games. It's a results game. Only for small teams it is, mate. Yeah, only for small teams. It's a results game and you've got to entertain if you're at a big club. Inevitably, Arsenal fans don't consider themselves that. That's totally fine. Here we go. Calafiori down the left-hand side. Keep him out. Keep him out, Palace. 124 says Burnley play more exciting football than Arsenal. Hey, they've scored 2, haven't they, in the first half? Burnley away from home have scored 2 away from home against Wolves, whereas Arsenal struggled here really, and they needed a set piece yet again. Open play, they could never. Honestly, if goals from open play counted, Arsenal would be in a relegation battle. If it was only goals from open play that counted, Arsenal would be in a relegation battle. Ted Starr says, what about big clubs in the Championship, or are they not classed as big clubs? No, big clubs in the Championship don't count as big clubs, mate. No. No. Appreciate you clarifying, though. For further clarification, your team, Stoke City, are not a big club. No, they're not. Unless we're diluting it down to, like, you know, every team that's ever been in the Premier League is a big club, then yeah, okay, fine. Then in that definition, Stoke are a big club. Truman says no why Saliba is out. I think he's allergic to a low line. I think he's very, very allergic to sitting so deep. After a while, he just the ambition inside him starts to think, oh Christ, do I really want to keep doing this? And they need to give him a rest after a while. Played short. Stood up to the far post. Chance. Off the bar. Cleared away. Again, set pieces causing all the problems. It's all set pieces from Arsenal. Shot from distance, just wide. Christ, that would have been a shock. Goal from open play nearly there from Arsenal. Bloody hell, that's... Stop the press! Stop the press, there's a goal from open play from Arsenal. Kyle says, who's going to win the Prem? City. City FC. Fernie says, we got battered every week before Bielsa got sacked, but I'd take him and his style of football back in a heartbeat. Thank you. There you go. Yet more evidence. Yet more evidence of fans prioritising style over substance. Across the football world, by the way, that. Across the football world, style over substance. Ted Starr says, we aren't a big club, I'll admit that. Who would you say are the big clubs in the Prem? Well, I would personally have defined a big club by a team that prioritises style and substance, right? You need to win games of football, but you can't just win them any old how. You can't win them like this. Can't win them like this. No chance. You need to be winning and entertaining the fans, and you need a certain style to do that. And historically, Arsenal have done that very, very well. They've been brilliant to watch when I was growing up watching that Arsenal, well, multiple Arsenal sides from Arsene Wenger. They were always really good to watch. So, I mean, maybe not less so under George Graham, obviously. There was a little bit less so under that, and Bruce Rioch to a degree. But, yeah, Arsene Wenger, some fantastic Arsenal sides. And I thought Arsenal would have been in that bracket. Now, I would say it's literally Liverpool, Manchester United, City, Chelsea. Yeah, I don't think any of them would accept a style other than success plus playing in a certain way. Maybe less. Chelsea might be on the fringes of that. Bradley, you sound more mank than Scouse, you. No, don't hit me where it hurts. I'm neither mank nor Scouse, no. Archie says, on my way to the game now, nerves are kicking in. Come on, Spurs! Come on, Spurs, Archie. Reese, Arsene Wenger isn't the Arsenal manager now. We have a different style of play. Pfft, no flies on you, Reese. Well spotted, lad. Nothing gets past them eyes. Ginge, if I'm paying thousands of pounds a year to watch my team, I want to be entertained, not put to sleep. And I was going to say, Arsenal, they could use Arsenal for anaesthetic, couldn't they? It's a short way of getting yourself to sleep before a big operation. Watch a bit of football, watch a bit of Arsenal. Head down to the Emirates, the NHS, it'd save millions. You don't need anaesthesia anymore. Anaesthetic wears off very quickly. Watch a few Arsenal games back to back. You'll be out like a light. You'll be gone. Arsenal anaesthetic FC. Will Tottenham Hotspur win today? Yes, they will. Absolutely, they will. Arsenal, I think they probably do end up winning this one, sadly. Yeah. Nathan says, get Grealish to score on a bet, lad. Grealish! Grealish doesn't score goals. Pinched one the other week. He's never scoring. Get on Illiman and Die. Get on Illiman and Die to score. And Everton to get beat. Don't get him to assist. Make sure you don't do Illiman and Die to score or assist, because Ndiaye doesn't assist. Apparently he's an absolute creative god, Illiman and Die, but he has one Premier League assist in 18 months. That's how good he is. You've got goalkeepers with more assists than Illiman and Die. But apparently he's unreal. And he's going to be 70, 80 million quid's worth. Oh, get it away. Timbo says, I'm sadly starting to think it's Arsenal's year key. Hey, listen, like I said, mate, if it is, it is. If it is, then it is. Nathan, he's on more goals than Salah, ain't he? No, I don't think he is. How many goals is he on? Let's have a look. Let's have a little check, see, because I don't think that's the case. Yeah, Salah's got 3. Illiman and Dye's got 3. And Salah's got more assists as well. So, yeah, Illiman and Dye and Salah, actually. No, Salah's had a better season. Apparently Salah's washed, but he's had a better season than Illiman and Dye, who's unbelievable. He's had a great season. 1 assist in 18 months. Christ. Caicedo's got as many goals as Illiman and Dye. Fucking hell. Casemiro's not far behind. Bloody hell. Come on, Palace. Wake up. Kyle says, do you think United have any chance of winning the Prem? That's not a serious question. That's not a serious question. Surely. Timbo and Dye is basically as good as Salah, confirmed. Basically. Less goal contributions this season. It's Luke says Salah is playing in a better, more attacking team. Christ, don't say that. The Evertonians will be after you. Can't be saying that. Truman says, see yesterday where the sub-ref came on, what happens if he also gets an injury? Then usually they have the fourth official, or what can sometimes happen is they will put a call out to the audience, to the crowd, because there's nearly always a qualified match referee in the crowd at games. There's nearly always at least one. They put a call out, and they're all registered on the FA as well, so you literally just have to go and see. I think there's a code for it as well. They just say go and see your nearest steward anyway. They put it out over the public address system, and someone in the crowd can go and referee the game. It's happened many times actually in the Football League. Don't think it's happened yet in the Prem. Might well have done earlier in the early days in the Prem, but it's definitely happened in the Football League a number of times that where not only has the referee got injured, but then the fourth officials got injured, and then they've had to go and get someone out of the crowd. Happens a good few times. Ted Starr says, don't forget though, Salah is playing with world-class players compared to Ndiaye. Is he? Hey, everyone's been telling me there's no world-class players in that Liverpool side, and yet Everton fans have been telling me every other day that Grealish is world-class. He plays with Ndiaye. Jared Branthwaite's world-class. Idrissa Gana Gueye is world-class. Jordan Pickford's world-class. Kieran Dewsbury Hall's apparently world-class. Christ, Diblin, Tierno Barry. Yeremy Pino's just gone off for Eddie Nketiah. It's Luke says, Operation Anfield Exercise. Operation Anfield Exercise. That's George Sefton, isn't it? Big George Sefton. Met him a number of times. The voice of Anfield. Well, he's not the voice of Anfield anymore, sadly. But legend of Liverpool is George Sefton. Timbo says, here's a question. Who's more likely to win the league? Manchester United or Sunderland? Sunderland. By virtue of the shock factor. Sunderland could still surprise a few. United have won a few games, but they're playing really terrible. Whereas Sunderland have managed to lose games of football. I thought Sunderland did okay at Old Trafford, to be honest. They didn't deserve to win or anything like that, but they did okay. Ted Starr says, you've been telling me that Liverpool are a top team, so must have world-class players. I didn't say that at all. I said that Liverpool are a top club. Liverpool are a top club. No, we've not talked on this live about Liverpool's players at any point, Ted. We've only talked about Liverpool as a club and the demands upon managers at the club. That's what we've talked about in this live. LRD James says, imagine if there was more than one official ref in the stands. It'll be like playing rock, paper, scissors. To be honest, I don't think there would be... I I think they have an obligation to go and sort of announce themselves, otherwise the game gets called off. If there's no ref in the crowd, the game gets called off. So it's like a part of your official like FA duty. If a registered game like this one requires a referee and you are at the game in attendance, you're able to do it. You have to do it. It's like a part of your licensing thing, or at least that's my limited understanding of it. But I think if there was 2 or 3 refs in the crowd and they all went down there, I'm not sure they would be fighting for it, because imagine if you stepped up and you made a really big call in a game like this one and you got it wrong. You don't want the pelters, do you? Because you don't get paid for it. Or you certainly don't get paid enough for it. Like, I reckon if you did have to do this, you'd probably get the Premier League like match fee. You'd maybe get the match fee for what the official gets, which isn't much. It's maybe, I think it's about 1,500 quid per game that referees get, which again, yeah, it's not an awful lot for the amount of stick they have to take. Truman, are you worried about Wirtz? I wonder if he is not fast or strong enough. No, I'm not worried about him at all. I don't think there's been games where he's... No, I don't think he's had enough of an effect on a lot of games, but I also don't think I'd look at him and say he's a worry or a concern just yet. No, not at all. Kyle says 1,500 for 90 minutes is not a bad day's work, to be honest. It's not 90 minutes though, is it? You've got to remember, it's 90 minutes. They've also got to get there before the game. They've got to usually stay over because they're not allowed to be from the local area per se. So if it's Michael Oliver, for example, for this game, I don't know if it is. I didn't see who the ref is for this game. But let's say it's Michael Oliver. Michael Oliver has to travel down from Newcastle. He'll stay overnight in London. The FA will pay, or the Premier League will pay for his transport down. They'll pay for his hotel, pay for his food and drink while he's in the hotel. They'll pay him 1,500 quid for doing the game, and then they'll pay for his travel back up. So it ends up being maybe $5,000 or whatever, maybe a bit less that the Premier League have to pay. But actually, he only gets like 1,500 quid of it. City have somehow not scored. Pinball in the box. And Sam, wild first half for Wolves. Got to go and win it now. 2-2, yeah. Rangers are 1-0 up against Killy, says Pup. Ginge says at United, we're not playing brilliantly, but we're plodding along nicely. For United, it really is at this stage just about results, isn't it? I like, where United are and where they've been, results are absolutely the most important thing. That doesn't necessarily mean they're not a big club. They're just not where they were. But I can understand United prioritising results. I can't understand Arsenal. Oh, sorry, I can't understand... let me rephrase that. United, I can understand not prioritising style, whereas Arsenal, I can't. Arsenal, I think, should be trying to play with a degree of swagger. Truman, I can admit I worry about Gyökeres. If they win the league, it will be in spite of Gyökeres, not because of him. Madrid have had a pen chalked off for offside. Beanie, good to see you, man. Beanie's just saying Arsenal are a bore to watch. Wouldn't disagree with that at all. Yeah, we've had Arsenal fans in here as well, mate, saying they're a bore. That they're very bored watching this team. And if their own fans are saying it, that tells you everything. Here's Martin. Do you know what? Martinelli's coming on. Martinelli is the one player in this Arsenal side that I actually enjoy watching. At least from an attacking point of view. Just, defensively, I like Timber a lot. There's certainly elements of Rice and Zubimendi that I like a lot. But going forward, Martinelli, he should be an immediate starter in this Arsenal side. And it says an awful lot that he is the one that's always left on the bench. Because Martinelli would be a certain starter in a Jurgen Klopp Liverpool side. He would start for sure. Timbo says, if they win the league, they'll be entertained enough. Well, yeah, short term. But no one will take them seriously, will they? Beanie says, I mean, if they win the league, they won't care, but as a neutral, it's boring. But I just look at the goals from open play. That's the biggest factor for me. 17th in terms of Premier League rank for goals for open play. Fucking hell, seriously? There's George Graham, won 2 league titles as Arsenal manager. Yeah, boring Arsenal with George Graham there. But hey, at the very least, they owned it, didn't they? That's where the 1-0 to the Arsenal came from. They knew it was about nicking goals and nicking results. They weren't about, free-flowing, energetic, aggressive front foot football. No, it was about going, keeping it tight and pinching one. And that's what it is for Arsenal. That's what it was then, that's what it is now. It's just that Arsenal fans still try and masquerade under this. What a wonderful team. You're not a wonderful team. You're not a wonderful team. You are an efficient team. Charmy says, hi all. Key, hopefully you're having a blessed day. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Kyle says, having Martinelli on your bench is nuts. Yeah, but but they don't appreciate it. Martinelli will leave. Martinelli will 100% leave that club this summer. Three-star Reds, watching Forest at the moment is certainly not boring. Didn't know what word describes how they play, but more than likely it'll get me banned on YouTube. Oh, hey, there you go. Arsenal very nearly getting a second. Off a corner. Shock horror. Shock horror. Very nearly a corner. Arsenal 2-0. Very nearly Arsenal 2-0 off the corner. Reese says a boring team that smacked Atletico Madrid 4-0, by the way. Yeah, what score was it half-time in that one, Chief? Set piece opening the gate again. Do you know, I'm just looking forward to Everton Spurs now. We just need Spurs to win. Reese, half-time isn't full-time though, Key. Fucking hell, you're making all the astute observations today, aren't you, Chief? No flies on Reese. Absolutely 0 flies on Reese. He spots everything. Too fast for me, Chief. Half-time isn't full-time. Who'd have thunk it? Chimey, finish up my greeting, Key. I did finish it up. Oh, Munoz, go on. Come on, Palace, you've got him. Munoz getting forward. Big chance here, if they can get it in the box. Ooh, hey, unlucky. Reese, I feel like Arsenal may have you a tad rattled. But you're just in denial, mate. You're in that big Egyptian river. Denial. Like, we call you boring. Arsenal fans themselves say that you're boring. And yet you still keep coming back with... Yeah, but we beat Atletico Madrid 4-0, didn't we? Yeah, you did. Like, that's not evidence of not being boring. Will forever do Palace have a chance at this, Key? Listen, they've always got a chance. There's 20 minutes left here. They've always got a chance to nick one, maybe on the counter. They've certainly caused Arsenal problems on the counter. But, it only takes an Arsenal set piece. They've got a long throw here now. The long throw into the box. I remember the Galacticos doing this. Yeah, Barca. Barca were famous for their long throws, weren't they? Barca and Real Madrid. Brazil 1970, famous for their long throws, of course. It's a goal kick. Come on, Palace. Big 20 minutes here. Big last 20 minutes. Kyle says that long throw is just as good as a corner. Yeah. Gay to Wharton. That's wonderful play. Well done. Will Hughes coming on for Palace. Mitchell. It's going to be a throw. Three-star Red says 46 games next season at this rate. Oh, for Forest. Real Madrid have scored against Barcelona. Mbappe, 12th minute. Puts Madrid in front. And the Clásicos open scoring. Kylian Mbappe. Come on, Barca. Gabriel says Torres or Suarez in their prime. Suarez. Not even close, that. Yeah, Suarez. Torres isn't in the top 5 Liverpool centre-forwards in his prime. Suarez is the best ever. Chimey says, Key, do you think this is the beginning of Liverpool's dark years? No, I don't think it is, Chimey. No, I remember the year after we won the title in 2021, was it? The year after we won the title and Klopp lost 6 games in a row. Do you remember that? Do you remember Jurgen Klopp losing 6 games in a row? The year after we won the title around COVID. Yeah, I remember people saying then, this might be the end of Liverpool's era. Yeah. We went to the Champions League final and very nearly won a quadruple a couple of years later. Actually, a year later, wasn't it? A year after that. Very nearly won a quadruple. So no, I don't believe for 1 second this is the dark era for Liverpool. Joshua says, what about Fernando Torres? What about him? Ginge says Suarez is an amazing footballer but a horrible human being, unfortunately. I mean, you could say that about many of these footballers these days, couldn't you? Like, I was saying this last night. We were talking about Greenwood. Someone asked me, could Mason Greenwood come back into the England fold? And I said, no, absolutely not. And I think if you give young men at 17, 18, unlimited pots of money and, loads of beautiful girls flocking around them, inevitably they will make bad choices and become people with very little moral fibre. Gelato says you need a Coutinho in your current team. I couldn't disagree more. I think we have got a Coutinho in our current team. At least one. We've got a future Coutinho in Florian Wirtz. He plays very similar to Coutinho. I think what we need is a Fabinho. We need a Fabinho. We need someone in midfield who can bully. Yeah, we need a shitbag in midfield. That's what we need. Jin says 100% Key. Bring back youth players having to clean boots off the first team. That's it, mate. 100%. That's what it is, isn't it? Bit of humility. Bit of humility. Joshua says Fernando was more iconic than Suarez, in my opinion. I don't know what iconic means in the sense you're using it, but as far as a better player, Suarez was absolutely miles better than Torres. Like, streets ahead of him. Torres doesn't make my top 5 Liverpool centre-forwards, whereas Suarez is right at the very top. Reece says you need Joel Matip back. Listen, Joel Matip could well come back now and get in the side. Yeah, maybe. And Kyle says a Gerrard. I mean, look, hey, every team needs a Gerrard. If we could get Gerrard back, yeah, I'd be delighted with that. Ginge, that Suarez goal when he controlled it on his shoulder was insane. Yeah, the one against Newcastle, that wasn't it? To be honest, there was one that he very nearly scored against Arsenal. When we beat Arsenal, I think it was 5-1 we beat Arsenal. And we was like 4-0 up in about 15 minutes or something like that at Anfield. And there was a goal that Suarez scored. Sorry. A goal that Suarez very nearly scored where the ball gets played out off a corner. And it's behind him and he controls it about 30 yards out and swivels on the volley, smashes it off the post. it would have been the best goal I've ever seen. And it just didn't go in, but it was unreal. That was Suarez to a T. Life of Reese says you need a Noah Sadiki. And Will says Real Madrid's goal's been ruled out. Oh, Mbappe's goal ruled out. Chalked off. Fernie says Liverpool need a good CDM. I'd agreed with that, yeah. Chimey, you need a Salah replacement. We don't need a Salah replacement. Salah's still scoring and creating goals. You know, you look at the players who scored and created goals this season. Mo Salah is right up there. He's got 5 goals and assists, which means there's only Semenyo. If you look at midfielders, there's only Semenyo. That's it. There's only Semenyo who has got more goal contributions than Mo Salah this season. In terms of a wide player. So yeah, Mo Salah's not the problem for Liverpool. He is not the problem. Ben, remember Suarez's header against West Brom? Yeah, from outside the area, wasn't it? Pretty much. Right on the edge of the box. Unbelievable goal, that. Joshua says the early 2000s was more competitive than the 2010s. More goals doesn't mean better player. No, more goals doesn't mean better player. But from someone who watched them both week in, week out, I absolutely promise you, Fernando Torres was not anywhere near what Luis Suarez was. He wasn't. And it's not even anything to do... But both of them left us in not a particularly nice way. So I didn't really like it when either of them left. But Suarez, trust me, I promise you, there's no way that Liverpool fans, if you were asked... I mean, Steven Gerrard's a prime example. Ask Steven Gerrard who's the best player you've played with. It's Suarez. He said it many times, hasn't he? Will says, could Liverpool go in for Semenyo in the window? Nah, we don't want Semenyo. We don't want him. We'll end up paying 70 million for him. He's not the problem. He's not the solution. We don't need a right winger. And Reece says, in his peak, Luis Suarez was the best centre-forward in the world. For me, he's the best centre-forward ever to have lived. Ever to have lived. I'll go that far. The guy was unplayable. Oh, go on. They're in here, Palace. They're in. Oh, that's a corner ball, sir. Yes, thank you. What a brew says Suarez was the better player, best striker in history, pretty much, but Stevie and Torres work better together. I don't know. Suarez, I mean, Gerrard was like a quarterback by the time Suarez turned up, wasn't he? He dropped back. Fernie says, do you think Slot is the problem with his tactics? No. Slot is not the problem. Slot is not the problem at all. The issue for Liverpool is psychological. It's something that's changed over the summer, and I genuinely do believe a big factor is the Jota incident. That's the big outlier. If you look at all the stats, Liverpool are trying just as hard as we were last year. We're covering the same amount of distance. We're doing the same amount of sprints. All those stats that you care to check, Liverpool are competing in them at the same levels as we were last year. The big outlier is that Liverpool have conceded 4 goals in the opening 15 minutes of games this season. That's more than any other team in the Premier League. Think about that. The champions, the actual Premier League champions, conceded 4 goals in the opening 15 minutes, and we've lost every single one of them games. That tells you everything you need to know. It's up here. For Liverpool, whatever's happening in the dressing room, they're going out, and something's not quite clicking. So we're conceding goals very, very quickly. Kyle says, you think Suarez was better than Rooney? Suarez was better than Rooney. Suarez was better than Rooney. Created more, scored more. Rooney was a wonderful player, and I liked him an awful lot, but Suarez was better. Suarez was a match winner. Rooney was a match winner too, but Suarez was more frequently a match winner. Palace with a chance. Hit it! Oh, it's the fucking Arsenal goal. Oh, Sky have absolutely done me there. Sky have absolutely done me there. They've just re-shown the Eze goal, literally as if it was in real time. And I thought that was a Palace chance. Oh, you absolute Fruit Loop. Be Yourself Dylan says Rooney's overhead kick was unbelievable. Oh, it was great, wasn't it? Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 0. Chimey says, in my opinion, it's more competitive now. Each Prem team's stacked with talent compared to the early 2000s. And 3-Star Red says, Forest need a Noah's Ark at the moment, with our defence being flooded and goals going in 2 by 2. User 688 says, like a lamb gravy, Suarez, whereas Rooney is like a chicken gravy. That is the most... yeah, maddest comparison I've ever heard in my life. Luis Suarez is lamb gravy and Rooney is chicken gravy, apparently. There you go. Chimey says there is a reason why Carragher was worried about Slot bombing players forward, and we now see why. That doesn't make sense, mate, because that's not the reason why... Like, Liverpool didn't concede against Brentford last night because we were bombing forward, was it? That's not the reason why. That's not the reason why we conceded early against Brentford. It's not the reason we conceded early against Palace. It's not the reason we conceded early against Man United either, by the way. So, the whole idea of bombing forward, that's not a problem for Liverpool. That's not been the issue. What a Brew says it's way too early to call title winners. We're still in with a chance of winning the league. We're going to have to be near perfect from here though, mate. Liverpool, to get back in the title race, we would have to be near perfect. Truman says Rooney was a better 10, Suarez was a better 9. Hey, I think if you could have played them together, you'd have never lost the game, would you? If you could have got Suarez, Gerrard and Rooney on the same pitch, I think you'd have won every game. Just from sheer will. They were unbelievable, those three. Goal for Kilmarnock. Rangers 1, Kilmarnock 1. Oh, the Old Firm are not having a good time of it recently, are they? The Old Firm are falling to bits. Go on, Palace. Go on, Palace. Hey, they're chasing it in the last few minutes here. It's only going to be a narrow Arsenal win. If they do get a win here, Arsenal, it's only very narrow. Kyle says Suarez, Rooney and Roy Keane. Nah, Gerrard was better than Keane. Yeah, Roy Keane was a thug. He was a very good player, but he was a bit of a thug. He was more Joey Barton than Gerrard, Roy Keane. When people talk about... Have you noticed how it's always who's better, Gerrard, Lampard or Scholes? No one ever really throws in Roy Keane. Vieira was better than Keane. And I like Roy Keane a lot, actually, for what it's worth. 3-Star Red says, is Wolves Burnley still a draw? Will be a lot less damaging for us. Yeah, it's 2-2. It's 2-2 for Wolves and Burnley. I'll tell you the other games, by the way, mate, just a quick update. So, Bournemouth Forest is 2-0. Villa are still beating City 1-0. And Wolves 2, Burnley 2. So, listen, Manchester City getting beat, Liverpool getting beat, Arsenal winning. This is like the perfect weekend for Arsenal, isn't it? This is the perfect weekend. Couldn't have gone better. Come on, Palace. Let's get a draw. Let's get a point. Let's get something against these. They're not even that good. Standing up, Murinos. Cleared away. Bastard. Come on, there's more goals in this last 10 minutes. Across the league, there's more goals, I'm telling you. Truman says Roy Keane's style of play is not allowed anymore. Yeah, he used to go through players, didn't he? Jamie says, rank your top 5 front threes. I have to stick Rooney, CR7, Tevez. Top 5 front threes. I mean, it's really difficult, isn't it? Because the front threes only became a thing like post 2007, 2008. It's only been a really thing in the last like 15, 16, 17 years. Thereabouts. Tevez, Ronaldo and Rooney were maybe the OGs, weren't they? They were very good. And then you have, you know, your Salah, Firmino, Mane's up there. Mahrez, Aguero, Sterling. Right, it's a long throw into the box from Palace. Come on. It's going to be a corner, is it? That's a corner, surely, ref. 2-1 to Rangers. Miovski's just scored. Just a reminder, by the way, I am going to be live straight after this one for Everton against Spurs. So if you want to watch along with us for Everton against Spurs, please make sure you've liked, subscribed, follow on TikTok, head over to YouTube as well. Give us a follow on YouTube as well. Keith Thomas, Premier League Dad, live every single day watching games of footy. I've watched more footy than anyone else. Any other watch along channel you care to do, I've watched more than. Nearly 500 watch alongs already in 2025. We're on course for 600 actually if we keep going. Keep going at the rate we are, we could do 600 by the end of the year. Ollie, can you do Grimsby v Brentford on Tuesday? No mate, I can't. I'm doing Atalanta against AC Milan on Tuesday. D28, Key the GOAT. Oh, I don't know about Key the GOAT. We certainly do more watch-alongs than anyone else. I can own that title. I can definitely own that title. Highly doubt you see Mark Goldbridge or any of the others doing Djibouti against Egypt. Adam says, could they sustain this set-piece goal scoring? It's not that difficult, really. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to imagine that at some point they're gonna falter with it, because to be ranked, I could understand. Listen, if they were scoring goals from open play as well as scoring goals from set pieces, I think most people would be like, do you know what? They've played really well for a number of years, and they finally turned a corner, Arsenal, and actually they deserve it. And I would begrudgingly admit that. The issue I have with Arsenal is the style of play. I think it's so boring. Their own fans know it's boring, and they refuse to admit that it's boring. Just own it. Just own that it's boring. It is a really boring style of football, and like I don't understand why it's not just own it. It's fine. Accept that you are an absolutely horrendous team to watch, and most people will be quite happy with them winning the title. Kyle says, "Do you bet on the game?" I do, mate. Yes, I do. I've got a group as well that we have where we talk about games that we're gonna chuck some cash on or whatever. Kyle says, "Are you doing a watch along for the Tottenham game?" I am indeed, mate. Yeah, I'm live straight after this one, so I'll be ending this live and I'll be restarting another one. So head over to YouTube. You can add me on TikTok as well. Follow me on TikTok, but make sure you head over to YouTube and follow me over there as well, and on Twitch and on Instagram as well. I'm everywhere. I'm on X. All the hits. Come on, keep them out, Palace. Straight out, it's another corner. Sweet Lord. Goal disallowed for Rangers. It's still 1-1 against Kilmarnock. Kyle, can I join? You absolutely can, mate. Yeah, of course. Do you put your bets in the group? We do, yes. We do. Yeah, if you go and check it out, you can go and see it in on YouTube. Ball's whipped in, cleared away. Keep them out, Palace. Good ball in. Oh, here's Hughes. They're hanging on a bit here, Arsenal. They're hanging on. Don't hit it! No! Don't hit it! Oh! Fucking hell. Come on. 3 changes for Palace here. How many minutes are left here? Can't be many. Wharton's coming off for Lerma. I think it's Uche's coming on and Borna Sosa coming on as well. Mitchell off, Borna Sosa on, and I think it's Constantinos Uche's coming on here for Munoz. Is it? I think, possibly. Adam says, if you watch back, yeah, Uche, Souza, Lerma for Wharton, Mitchell and Munoz, and we've got 6, is it 6 added minutes? Is that 6? Yeah, 6 added minutes at the end of the first half here. Second half. I wish it was the end of the first half. They still might have a chance. Fernie, afternoon, watching this crap. Don't know whether I can watch another game today. Oh, of course you can. Come on, stick with us for the Everton and Spurs game. Spurs are going to get a result in that one, I'm telling you. Adam says, if you watch back the Old Trafford game, you can see that Calafiori and Timber were so far up that Mbeumo and Cunha were basically 2-on-2 with Saliba and Gabriel. Yeah, no. Oh, here you go. Man City have equalised. 1-1 against Villa. Late equaliser from City. Erling Haaland, 90th minute. Needed that. Will says, why Uche on for Munoz? Because Uche is a centre-forward. Munoz is a right-back. And in the last few minutes here, you need a striker more than you need a defender. VAR check for City goal. Oh, come on, City. That's better. That's much better. Oh, good play. I think Haaland is going to be offside here. I think it's been ruled out. Yeah, Villa 1, City 0. It's been chalked off. Long throw into the box here for Palace. 3 minutes to go. Come on. Big 3 minutes here. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Oh, ref. Three-star Red says Bournemouth mascot's got more movement than our squad today. Come on, get it away. Adam says, stop expecting anything from Palace. They've had 4 shots total and only 1 on target. I know, mate, it's just hopium. It's just a little bit of hopium. It's just me hoping beyond hope that Palace can do something in these final, 100 seconds of the game. There's really not an awful chance of it, but I've got to hope anyway. You've got to have a bit of hope, haven't you? Come on, ref. That's a foul. That's a foul, please, sir. Oh, what's that? What is that? Oh, how much did they pay for him? Uche. Fucking hell. Shocking. Don't know how much they paid for him, but it was too much. Dreadful. This is unreal, this. Did it again, Nate. Come on, keep him out. Come on. Ginge says Semenyo and Reinders let me down today. What did you have Reinders? Did you have Reinders on for a shot or a pass or what? What have you backed Reinders to do? Long ball forward for Palace. That might be a foul. Is it a foul, please, sir? Are we going to get a foul for that? No. Throw in. We'll take the throw. Shut up, Mosquera. Get up. Look at him. Get up. Ball in. Shocking. Bournemouth 2, Forest 0. Finished. All finished, that one. Here's Gyökeres. Oh, he's shocking. And he's just give the ball away. And if Palace were to score in the next 30 seconds, Victor Gyökeres would get pelters from his teammates and his manager. I don't think they will, but that's really poor. Bournemouth up to second. And this just shows how early it is in the season. We've got Bournemouth in second. Sunderland still in third, are they? So Bournemouth and Sunderland in the top three tells you everything you need to know. It's still far too early to be making decisions just yet. Claim for a handball. Not getting that one. It's literally last chance saloon here for Palace. Last chance. Get it pumped long. Come on, Palace. Get a win on that one. Flick it on. Come on, Keeps. Come on, Keeps. Back up the pitch. 1 more minute to go, says the referee. Still 1 more minute left. Pumped into the box. Header. They've got to win it, Palace. Oh, that's shocking. That's it. That's definitely going to be it now. The Fulham Collector says, my first ever season ticket, and this is our worst season ever. Hey, listen, Fulham, you still got a chance to do something as the season goes on, but I think Marco Silva might not be your manager by the end of the year. Right, okay. Well, I'll be back for the Everton-Spurs game in about 20 minutes' time. About 20 minutes or so. So please make sure, if you haven't already, get over to YouTube, give us a like, give us a follow. Make sure you do the same on TikTok, Twitch, X. Just make sure you give us a like. I'm live every single day watching games of footy. Arteta, very, very happy with that one. And, perfect boring day for an Arsenal fan. There you go. Boring Arsenal win again. Barcelona have just scored an equaliser against Madrid. I'm going to put the Clasico on for a minute, and I'll be back in about 20 minutes.